Hey, y'all, listen to this. What's up, YouTubers? How's it going? Listen to this, man. I was making these tacos right. These tacos. Just made them. Made that meat right there. Oh, it's so good. We got this deal right here going. Listen to this. They're trying to talk all crazy like Trump did something bad.
She has revoked the security clearances.
They're trying to say Trump did something bad like it's going to make us mad. Like we're, it's the liberal media. And they're like, oh, look at how bad this guy is. They're exaggerating situations to try to make it sound bad. But listen to how good it sounds. I mean, this is right on. This is what everybody voted for. And they're trying to be like, look what he's doing now. Okay, here's Karen with Liberal News.
37 current and former government officials. They include some who worked on a review of possible Russian meddling in the 2016 presidential election. In a memo, Gabbard, in the day's other headlines, Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard says that at President Trump's direction, she has revoked the security clearances of 37 current and former government officials. They include some who worked on a review of possible Russian meddling in the 2016 presidential election. In a memo, Gabbard accused the staffers of, quote, politicization or weaponization of intelligence for partisan purposes. The Trump administration has launched a sweeping effort in recent weeks to cast doubt on the intelligence community's findings that Russia interfered in 2016 in order to benefit then-candidate Trump. Hurricane Erin is churning off the coast of Florida as a Category 2 storm as it slowly makes its way up the Atlantic coastline. The massive storm is due to stay offshore, but it's expected to produce life-threatening surf and rip currents from Florida all the way to Canada in the coming days. Along much of North Carolina's Outer Banks, there are tropical storm and storm surge warnings, and in some areas, authorities have ordered evacuations at the height of tourist season. Local officials are warning of rough surf and large waves that could reach 10 feet, which would make roads impassable.
We encourage the local folks to leave as well because we're not going to be able to provide services. If you have a heart attack, a medical event, house catches on fire, whatever, we can't get to you. And so it's real important that people sort of heed the message. This is going to be several days where we're not going to have the ability to move around.
So they're going. That lady goes on to gripe about Israel. Well, I was just cooking these tacos. I see that thing about the security clearance. So what happens is, you probably already know this. I'm going to assume you already know this, but we'll say it again anyway. So the people work, and then they get security clearance, and then there's jobs once they leave the government position at the hands of these corporations that make the weapons. So they'll get like some cush job, but they can't keep that job if they don't have that clearance. So they're not allowed to do that. Now, with them being a dirty bird and leaking this and sharing that and lying over here and everything and trying to circumvent the Constitution and we the people, yeah, that's treasonous. And I'm pretty sure under the Constitution, treason can be punished up to death. They can do a military tribunal. Yeah, and they took an oath of office. But that's all the government. That's why you see out there, they brought back to Texas. Look at all the axles on that. When they brought them back to Texas, those Democrats, they made them sign something that the DPS, Department of Public Safety, would follow them so that they wouldn't run off again, because it's against the law to abandon your post. Okay, that's a felony. And then one of them wouldn't sign that deal, so they kept her at the deal. So she slept in a chair all night. And I was watching a thing about that. But in the same way, like when you take an oath of office, there's certain requirements and stuff like that. And one of the oaths is to uphold the Constitution and defend it against any enemies, foreign or domestic. So once you present yourself as an enemy, then everybody else has to out you. You know what I mean? So, anyway, that guy had showed where, follow the money type of deal. Oh, man, that's good. So that follow the money type of deal, you see where Obama and the Clintons and all that, so she's Secretary of State. She messed up all them emails and stuff. The whole thing in Benghazi, where she didn't send them no help, and them soldiers died over that. Dude. And they did some stuff through, what's his name? From Blackwater. And they chewed him up through the politicals and stuff like that. Now, he was a contractor, so they got away with it. Then they tried to do the same thing to Trump. And, all that stuff's a big deal. So right now, with the position that Tulsi Gabbard holds and Donald Trump holds, by law, they have to prosecute those people. That is their job. That's what they are supposed to do. And these people that prove themselves to be treasonous with documented evidence, this ain't some kind of, they all signed off and said, oh, this is all the earmarks of China, but they got paperwork showing that they knew better from Obama's stuff. So all that people just lost their security clearance and stuff like that. So that's why, in my opinion, allegedly, and any other thing, I'm just some dude to Trump. But I noticed that China copies all our military stuff. I know that the CIA has had involvement with other countries. Okay? So, anyway, I just find it highly suspect that the level of theft of intellectual property is to the point of treason, because it undermines our government. On the one hand, on the other hand, if I give them the plans, I know what they're making, so I can, defeat them. So, crazy like a fox. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's got its place either way, behind closed doors. That's something that you wouldn't want to say in public. Like, well, of course we gave them plans to build an aircraft carrier. That's why it broke in half. It nearly sank. All the problems that we had that we engineered out of our boat, we made sure that those would be, at critical points, critical stress points, and they're going to try to shore it up or whatever, but then, floating along doing a trial is a lot different than in the midst of battle trying to perform. Anyways, I don't want to make this too long. I just heard that on there where I just wanted to point out that these people are trying to act like we would be mad that Trump's doing his job. And on the flip side, like, every day we get closer to a one world government, and everything that they're using right now, it's it can be used for a variety of reasons. And the Bible says that Mystery Babylon falls. It says something about the saints getting their heads cut off. Jesus says, they're going to do it to me. They're going to do it to you. So get ready to get your head cut off, but plan for, retirement and leaving a legacy for your kids. You know what I mean? Do both. All right, rock out.